This video is going to be about a subject that a lot of people don't like to sit and think about. They don't like to talk about it. They just want to ignore it. When it happens, right? It's going to be about death, because we don't get out of this world alive. Death eventually is going to come and get us all, right? And the reason I'm making this video, in the past month, 3 weeks actually, I've lost 2 people that was in our senior class. 46 years old, we've lost 2 people. Now, in 21 to 22, on the road I lived on, maybe a mile long, right? Just a mile long road. We had several deaths on that road. We had one from a motorcycle accident. We had one from a heart attack. The one from the motorcycle accident was in his 40s. We had a heart attack, was in their 60s. We found another one dead in his 50s. Another one died in his 50s. One in their 80s committed suicide. And one died of health causes. He's had several heart issues and things like that. And you got to understand, all these people are related to me, right? In a span of a year, that many people died on the road I lived on. A mile-long road, that many people died. People you grew up knowing your whole life, your cousins, things like that. It was very strange when all that was happening. We always hear death comes in threes, right? But this started ramping up in 2022 is when everybody started passing, right? It's very strange. And last night I got the news that a lady I went to school with, she passed on. And I'm 46. I don't remember hearing that many deaths in an area that close together in my whole life. And now all of a sudden it seems it's happening over and over and over again, and nobody is discussing this. Nobody is trying to figure out what is causing all these excessive deaths here. Some people say it's stress. Some people say it's this, or they didn't get medical, stuff like that during the pandemic. But these people are just, it's not just in my area. From what I understand, it's happening all over the world. Everybody's having excessive deaths, and nobody's really concerned about it. That's the problem I'm having with it, I don't like making this type of video. Like I said, I'm 46. Y'all know, a lot of you do. I have health issues, and now I'm starting to see people that was in my senior class. They're passing. We all know death comes for us eventually. We all want it to come. We're an old person surrounded by our families and friends, and we just drift off to sleep, right? But the sad fact about this is, majority of the time, that's not how it happens, right? There's all types of things that happen that can cause your death. Now, this is getting to a point where somebody needs to speak up and try to figure out what is going on here. They need to try to figure this out, because why are people in their 40s just essentially dying, right? Just essentially dying. And on my road alone, we had, how many was it? 7 people that was related to on the road I lived on. Not very many houses, not very many people live on that road that died. I mean, that was in this time span of essentially 2021 to 2022 is when that happened, when all those people on the road died. And now I'm having people that I went to school with over this past 3 weeks are passing. I want to know, in your area, are you seeing excessive deaths in your area? And I'm not talking about just the elderly, are you seeing like a mixed bag of people just dying? From just all of a sudden they're sick and dying? Because it's got to be going on in other places, right? I read up on this stuff on the internet. I know Dr. John Campbell has discussed it. I've watched his videos. There is something going on with these excessive deaths, and nobody is speaking about it, or they're not allowed to speak about it. I don't know. I'm not saying what caused it. I'm not saying none of this. But we are seeing excessive deaths here in my area. And I live in a small little town, right? I mean, what's going on? And why is it not being spoke about more in the media? And more, why are the follow the science people, why are they not trying to figure this out, what is happening? It makes you kind of sit there and think, well, maybe they already know and they just don't want to say, right? I don't know. This video bothers me to make, because, like I said, we're all going to die eventually. You don't get out of this world alive. But people in their 20s, 30s, 40s are just dying, right? Through no faults of their own. What are you seeing it in your area? Are you seeing people that's in excess of deaths, right? That your little area may average 10 people a year that pass, and now you're looking at 20, 30 people a year, in your area. Because something's not right with this. A lot of people want to ignore death. They they refuse to go to funerals. They don't want to see it because they don't want to face the reality of that's where we're all going to wind up, right? Regardless of how good you are, how bad you are, how rich you are, how poor you are, regardless of anything, that's where we're all going to wind up, right? In a box in the ground. I mean, that's where we're going to wind up. It's not a good thought, is it, that, hey, eventually we're going to die? Because we all, I'm 46. My mind tells me, I'm still 18, 20 years old, but my body says, no, we're about 55 to 60. But I'm 46 years old. I'm sure a lot of y'all's like that. Your mind tells you you're one age, but your body tells you you're another age. But eventually that's where we're all going to wind up, and it seems here lately that that's picking up in pace. Now, you'll have religious people that tell you that these people are being called home before the big event happens, right? Could that be it? I don't know. I'm not a Bible scholar. I don't know. It could be that just stuff that's went on could have caused it, right? But I don't know. I want to know your thoughts on this. I know a lot of people's not going to comment on it. Most people's not even still watching at 7 minutes. But if you can, share this video with your friends, because I want to know are y'all seeing excessive deaths like this? It's just getting to the point of where you sit here and you scratch your head. You're like, something's not right here. There's too many people dying. I mean, it's not like, they're out here dying in car wrecks and things like that. They're just getting sick and dying, right? Guys, share this video, because I want people to know what's going on in my area, and I want to know what's going on in theirs. I want you to comment on it. I don't care if you like the video, thumbs up or anything. Just share it. Get people to watch it, because this needs to be talked about. It doesn't need to be put away because nobody wants to think about death, or we're not allowed to discuss this or anything. This needs to be discussed and try to figure out what is going on. It's just to that point. Let me know your thoughts on this. Keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times. At that moment, you're the only person that can do it. And guys, death's coming for us all, eventually. But this is getting to be a little excessive. I don't know what's going on. I'm sure y'all are seeing it. And if you are, please comment and let me know what you think it is or what you're seeing in your area. Stay safe. Keep prepping. I hate making this video.